And welcome everyone to Game 3 between Stefanovich and KillerKane here in the MSL Code A SemiFinals. Stefanovich had a very aggressive 2 proxy gate he went up a very quick 1-0 in this best of 5, and KillerKane came back with a very well executed attack right around the 9-10 minute mark, while his opponent Stefanovich was expanding and simply was not able to be stopped by Stefanovich. So now we are tied up 1-1 in this best of 5, so we have a very exciting set of 3 games here in front of us. We are, of course, on Daybreak LE. This is a very classic map. It's been around in Wings of Liberty for quite some time, and now in Heart of the Swarm it is still there in the map pool because everyone loves it so much. Big thing here is that the map isn't too huge, but the walk distances are really long. There's no really direct route to your opponent's main base. There's also a small choke and a pretty easy to defend natural, so we could see some expanding out of these players. However, keep in mind this is a mirror matchup, and all sorts of craziness happens in mirror matchups. We do, of course, as I forget to do the player introductions, look at me. We have in the top right-hand corner of this Daybreak map, we have the orange Protoss player, the one that executed the double 10 gate quite well in the first game, BYU Stefanovich. His opponent down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map as the blue Protoss, once again changing his color and confusing the heck out of me, is KillerKane. So both players hanging around, doing pretty similar builds at this point. The big difference here is that we have a gateway here, not at the front, and a proxy pylon way out here. So not sure what's going on here. Generally, if you want to do some sort of a wall in, you build a gate here, and then, or a forge here, and then a gate here, and then you have a pretty decent wall. However, he decided to build that proxy pylon and then not build anything nearby, so that's a little bit vulnerable. I'd like to point that out as a weak point. We do have the cyber core going down much earlier for Stefanovich as well. However, there are more units on the field for KillerKane. So once again, just a little bit of different reordering. Ooh, a forge. Okay, so it looks like he's going to get a forge. Want to throw down a forward cannon real quick. It just depends on if Stefanovich will give him enough time to get that down. He only has 1 gas geyser, and if he has a forge, he could be doing just those cannons. He could also be doing upgrades, but I don't think he has enough gas to be able to do many upgrades at all and have much unit production, unless he's doing only zealots, which is entirely possible. Once again, I still say that rally points look like constellations, and no one will be able to convince me otherwise. The fast mothership core out of Stefanovich, whereas KillerKane is simply taking the time to queue an extreme number of probes, although admittedly he did take most of those out, so I gotta give him credit where credit is due. We have a scouting worker coming in, checking on stuff, sees almost everything except for a pylon, not a big deal there. And Stefanovich has got to be a little bit wondering what that pylon down there is for, because I will admit, as am I. Really, the only big significant thing here is the Twilight Council going down very early for Stefanovich. So the Mothership Core, it's another big difference, and then the Twilight Council, possibly going for Blink. The Blink, however, on Daybreak is not near as powerful as it is on Cloud Kingdom, the first map that we saw this matchup on, because Blink really works well when you have lots of surfaces that you can abuse to go up and down and get in and out of your opponent's base. And here, there's just this one little area that you can get in and out of. There's not really anything down here to get into the natural, and same with here. So, probably, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd probably say charge. Ooh, and a dark shrine. So the Twilight Council was actually not for any sort of upgrade. It is instead for Dark Templar. And we'll see how this one goes. This could mean a very quick game over. Ooh, it was for upgrades. No cannons and no expansion yet. I'm a little bit surprised. The upgrades would help in a very good, long, straight-up macro game. However, this doesn't look like this is going to be a macro game at all. Both players, yawning, getting a little bit tired. Not from Starcraft and not from a lack of excitement. It's mostly from lack of sleep, to be completely honest. We have a whole bunch more gates going on. Wow. 5 gates again, defying all the laws of known Starcraft. But not all the defying all laws of entertainment. I'd like to point that out. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. We have a 3-gate Dark Templar build. And, oh, Blink, not charged. We're going to go with Blink. So highly mobile Stalkers, not able to abuse too much, but instead keep themselves safe. We do have the Mothership Core out now, but it's going to be quite some time before it can get any sort of anything useful, aka mostly Photon Overcharge. We have another gate going down. Warp Gate's also not anywhere near done. We do also have a Robotics Bay. Wow. So interesting to see what is going on right now. The Robotics Bay, so he's going to be doing 1 base Colossus with 5 gateway support. And he does have that Nexus started. So but now, okay, does he see him? I don't know. I think KillerKane might see them. He does, in fact, know that they are there. He's focusing down. The only thing that can produce detectors, it is trying to build, but he was supply blocked at a critical time. This cannon going to get taken down immediately. Another cannon here, but not able to get much done. Those probes not going to be able to take that out in time. He needs to evacuate those probes, take them down, and he's now actually just going to do a big counterattack and see if he can take this on. Though with the Planetary Nexus ability, I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything. And now there's no way that he can produce any sort of detection. There's no way of mining. He has no proxy pylons. I just don't think this is going to go well for KillerKane. So coming down, we have Zealot versus Zealot engagement here. There's more Zealots for KillerKane, but there's no more Stalkers. And the Stalkers here really doing lots and lots of damage from KillerKane. We have a little bit of a silly fight there. The Zealots here are going to be able to push Stefanovich back, but back here, remember, the entire base is being completely ravaged by ninjaing Dark Templar. A force field here or there will prevent this from going on any further. Stefanovich is continuing. Oh no, an improperly placed force field could cost him this game. He's going to go straight for the worker line. He's going to ignore all of these units here. He's actually going to send a few more. These Zealots, though, are so weakened that now the Photon Overcharge is going to take them out. And it looks like KillerKane is going to drop back down one more game to a very interesting, a little bit cheesy build from Stefanovich. Once again, these players are going back and forth with very short, very intense games. And I can't be sad. I am highly entertained. Once again, everyone fighting tooth and nail. Looks like KillerKane is not feeling like he's entirely out of this yet. He still does have a probe and another probe and 3 minerals, so he's not out of this yet. Although Stefanovich is correctly taking another expansion. He does have a huge bank. He could actually expand a number of times. KillerKane deciding that, you know, probably looks like I probably shouldn't play this one out. And it looks like we're gonna go to game 4 here in this best of 5. So very exciting so far, and we want to see what exactly is in store for us here in just a moment.